All right, good morning. Please take your seats. Okay, so good morning, everyone, and welcome to QIP. It's really so nice to see so many of you here. And I also welcome the participants who are joining us online. I hope you enjoyed the conference too, so welcome. So my name is Thomas Vidik, and I'm here to welcome you as your host, so welcome. And I'm also welcoming you on behalf of the incredible group of people who are making this event possible. I'll introduce a few of them briefly. So first of all, this was made possible by Caltech and the Institute of Quantum Information and Matter at the IQIM, who's providing an incredible group of volunteers. There's 30 of them. You'll meet them throughout the week. Let me also introduce Alexander Yan and Ulysse Chabot, standing there on the front row. So Ulysse is my co-chair, and Alexander is leading our volunteer effort. So they're there to help you out. We also have a very strong team of professionals from Freeman helping us out. So a lot of you met Carrie outside at the COVID testing. We have Natalie and Lisa at the registration desk. And Lauren and Marcy are working hard behind the scenes to make your whole experience as seamless as possible. So we're all here to help you out, so feel free to reach out in case you have any questions. And then I also want to thank our very generous sponsors, without whom the event wouldn't be possible. And in particular, I want to thank AWS for their very generous sponsorship of the event. All right, so I heard from many of you already over the weekend that, this is the first conference in 2 years. And I guess for 90% of the people here, it's the first time you're in the same room as 500 other people. So how does it feel? Yeah, okay. Feels good, right? So we missed it so much. And a few things are different, but the higher order things are the same. We're here to have fun, meet each other, make new connections, develop some new science, and just enjoy the conference. So I hope this happens, and I'm really happy to see that so many of you made it here. It was absolutely not trivial to make the decision and do the travel, and I'm really happy that you made that decision. We have a really outstanding program this year, so there's 100+ talks that were selected by the program committee, chaired by David Perez Garcia and Stacy Jeffrey, and I thank them for their work. It's thanks to them that we have such a great program in front of us. So there are a few things that are different, and I'll just go over that briefly. So everyone in this room is vaccinated against COVID, and you all went through the testing procedure outside, and I thank you for your patience in that. It's going to happen again on Wednesday. We were able to give the first test for free, based on our budget to everyone. On Wednesday, you'll be asked to pay for it, so it's as much as we could do. So I thank for your understanding in that. So in terms of food and drinks, so the masks are on at all times in all indoors locations associated with the event. So this includes this conference room. The only exception is the speaker, so that's me right now. It's also required in the hallways. We have food and drinks that are served just outside. There's no food and drink inside any of the conference rooms, so that's the ballroom and the breakout rooms over there. And we also decided that the space, you'll see there's a space along this room on the outside, where there's some circular tables that you can use for just chatting and meetings, but please no food and drinks over there. So we want to be mindful that everyone has a different comfort level, being around people who have their masks off. If you're eating, obviously you have your mask off. So please put it back on, and please don't bring food and drinks over there so that people who don't want to be around food and drinks can feel safe over there. We also have these cute little wristbands that you saw in the entrance, so feel free to use those. Red doesn't mean I'm antisocial. It just means, I might be at risk. I might have someone at risk at home, and please be mindful of that. So just use them. There's no stigma associated to them. I'll also take the opportunity to remind everyone that QIP has a code of conduct. So absolutely no form of harassment is tolerated in the conference. That includes the meeting rooms, that includes the lunches, the dinners, the social events. It includes the online attendance. So please make sure that you read the code of conduct. It's available on our website. And there's also contact information there for people who can help you out if any issue comes up. Okay, so before we get started, I'll just briefly run you through a few of the special events that are happening in the week, and we'll keep reminding you of those. So one important special event is that today, so after me, there's 3 talks, and right after, we'll all go outside, enjoy the sunshine, and take a group photo. So make sure you make it to the stairs. We'll guide you there. After that, lunch is on your own. This afternoon, at the end of the day, we have a poster session. It's a really packed poster session. We have 200 excited poster presenters. We made it 3 hours from 5:30 to 8:30. But you can go in, you can go out and get dinner. There'll be light snacks and drinks inside. It's in the other building over there. But there's not a full dinner. So you should go there, maybe go out, get something, come back in, schedule it as you want. That's it for today. Tomorrow, at the lunch break in this room, we have a Women in Quantum panel, so there'll be 6 panelists here. There'll be panelists from at all career levels, from the undergraduate to the senior researcher, and they'll be sharing their experience having careers in quantum information. I encourage you to attend that. Tomorrow evening is the conference dinner, so that's great. Nothing to say about that. Wednesday over lunch, we'll have our quantum chess semifinals here. The finals will be in the evening, so Wednesday evening we have a rump session. That's always a very exciting event. The rump session is organized at the Hilton, where many of you are staying. We have 2 great rump session co-chairs. That's Gorian Alagic and Christian Schaffner. Please send them your submissions for the rump session already. You just need to send an email, QIP2022rump@gmail.com. The email was in this know before you go email you got. So this will be fun. I encourage you to make submissions and come. I think that's it. Okay, so I'm really happy to see you there, and it's time to get to the science now. So I'll hand it over to the session chair, Eric Chitambar. Thanks, Eric, and he'll introduce the speakers. So thanks, everyone.
Okay, so the first talk of the morning will be the first plenary talk of the conference, and it's Robert Huang who will be discussing provably efficient machine learning for quantum many-body problems. And just a reminder, there will be time for question and answers at the end of the talk, and if you are watching online, please feel free to submit your questions and we'll field them here. Thank you.
Yep, hello, my name is Robert, and it's my pleasure to give the first talk of this year's QIP. The title would be Provably Efficient Machine Learning for Quantum Many-Body Problems. This is a joint work with Richard Kuhn, Giacomo Torlai, Victor Albert, and John Presco. Recently, machine learning has received a lot of attention in the quantum community. In particular, in this talk, we will focus on the excitement surrounding applying classical machine learning for solving challenging quantum many-body problems that arise in quantum physics and quantum chemistry. So the goal there is to solve challenging problems using machine learning algorithms that hopefully could yield solutions better than any traditional classical algorithm. However, despite the interest and a lot of papers published at Science, Nature, etc., many fundamental questions remain to be answered. In particular, The question we're going to focus on in this talk is the following. Can machine learning algorithms solve these physically relevant problems better than non-machine learning algorithm, and why could they do that? So in this talk, we will provide some concrete answer towards this question. The talk would be organized as follows. The first part of the talk, I would provide a brief review on this formalism called the classical shadow formalism. And then I would talk about two applications. The first application is training machines to predict ground state, and the second application is training machines to classify quantum phases of matter. I will cover both the theoretical part, including proving some theorems, as well as numerical experiments to showcase the power of machine learning algorithms. So let's begin with the first part. Classical shadow formalism tried to understand an even more basic question. We wanted to understand how can classical machines effectively see quantum many-body system. And here, what we mean by seeing is our ability to convert quantum system to a classical representation, such that using that classical representation, one could predict many properties of the original quantum state. In our paper, published 2 years ago on predicting many properties of a quantum system from very few measurements, we proposed the following framework for doing this. Basically, the framework is separated into two phases. In the first phase, we have a data acquisition phase, where we perform randomized measurement on the unknown quantum state. So here, what we do is we have this quantum system. We will apply a random unitary selected from some ensemble, like some distribution over the unitary group, and then we do computational basis measurement. The intuition for this phase is that you can think of this quantum state as a very high-dimensional object. Here, it's being illustrated as a 3-dimensional object. When we perform this random unitary followed by a computational basis measurement, it can be thought of as you're looking at this high-dimensional object from a random angle, and you're projecting it into some classical description. So that's also where this name classical shadow comes from. And it also comes from the idea proposed by Scott Aronson on shadow tomography.